I hereby call to order this May 13th, 2024 Whitman Housing Authority meeting. This meeting is being recorded. Roll call. Terry, are you here?
I'm here.
Michelle?
Here.
Patty?
Here.
I am here, and Bob is here in spirit. Seems weird to have a phone on him.
I know. We should have a moment of silence for Bob.
I just wrote Bob was here.
He probably is. And every time I see the light on in the apartment next door, I think of Bob. Board review and vote of the minutes of the regular board meeting for March 11th, 2024, because we did not have an April meeting due to the death of Robert McPhail. Did everybody have a chance to read the minutes of the meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I still have the packet from last month.
I'll make a motion to accept the regular board meeting minutes for March 11th, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle, to accept the minutes of the meeting for March 11th, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
Financial reports. We will do this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. March 2024 vouchers, April 2024 vouchers, February 2024 bank balances, March 2024 bank balances, February 2024 financial statements, March 2024 financial statements, operating statements and modernization reports quarterly ending March 31st, 2024, tenants accounts receivable quarter ending March 31st, 2024. Do you guys have any questions?
Any on the checks?
No, I looked over the checks good before I signed them.
I'd like to go over the financials for the March 31st, 2024.
Page
To show you where we're at. Page number 27.
Okay. So I know where to go.
So this was my determining whether or not to do a budget revision. So they want us to be within, under 10% or over 10% on each of the categories. So on income, we were at 99.2%, so we were less than 1% away from perfect. Admin expense was 98.1%, so very close to, just 1.9% off. Utilities were 95.9%, which was less than the 10%. Ordinary maintenance was at 92.3%, which was under the 10%, and operating expenses was 1.007, so 0.7% off for all expenses. So net income, $490. So we're pretty much, as close to, perfect as we can be at this point. So thank goodness we didn't have to do a budget revision.
I think that's wonderful.
I know, it's so close.
But you never know.
Anything could happen.
Something bad could happen.
Hopefully nothing extraordinary.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's amazing.
So if we want to jump over to tenants accounts receivable, which is page 60. So currently, for the families, we've got $20,368 due, and in elderly, we have $2,245. So part of these amounts are either in repayment agreements, whether it be for unreported income or fraud, or people that got behind and are on a repayment agreement, that was not fraud, it was just, they were unable to pay. So, let me just get to, let's see. So in repayment agreements, for the elderly was $2,535. Family fraud retroactive repayment agreements as of June 30th was $4,359. Year to date is $5,130. $976 was paid. And I think I skipped something. Let me go backwards. Okay. So under total, under normal repayments, we had $6,669. Not under normal repayment agreements was $15,944. We have received payments on both, and we are in agreement with, we are under agreement with tenants. So they're all working at it. I did go to court with 3 families, so they are under court order. They're under court order for 6 months following the court order. They have to remain in compliance with paying their rent on time. So I know we're getting close to the end of the fiscal year, so Kerry will be sending out some more notice to quits. So if they're not, if they're not in line, then, So, I mean, we're being as tough as we can be with them. I think some of them got used to the whole COVID and you can't evict anyone and all that stuff, but now the courts are moving a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, there's just no reason for it.
No, it isn't.
Do I hear a motion to accept the financial reports A through H?
I'll make a motion that we accept the financial reports A through H.
And I'll second that.
Motion by Michelle, second by Patty, that we accept the financial reports A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. All in favor?
Aye. Board vote to write off $2,937 of uncollectible rent on the 667 state elderly properties.
So one of them was a repayment agreement that the person moved and has not paid since moving. The other one is in a nursing home, and although we tried to collect the money, we're never going to see it. So we try to write off by the end of the fiscal year.
Okay, it's uncollectible, so I'll make a motion that we write off the uncollectible rent from the 667 state elderly program in the amount of $2,937.
Second.
I'll second the motion that we write off the uncollectibles, $29.37
Terry?
on the 667.
Michelle already did.
Sorry.
Okay, I can't hear Michelle.
Okay, I'll move my phone to the middle. My phone was a little far to the right. Okay. And Michelle,
She's soft-spoken,
she's soft-spoken like you. Unlike
Patty and I. Board vote to write off $2,937 uncollectible rent in the 667 state elderly program. Motion by Patty, second by Michelle. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Board vote to accept the new minimum wage rates and maintenance staff effective April 1st, 2024, as determined by the Executive Office of the Labor Standards.
What page is that on?
66.
Okay. It was so close. 66.
You think they're a little behind? It's addressed to Shirley.
Oh, I still get stuff addressed to her. I only get this once a year, so I don't even know who to send it to.
Do I hear a motion that we accept the minimum
wage rates,
wage rates?
and it's determined by the EOLS.
Yes.
So, okay. In that case, I'll make a motion to accept the new minimum wage rates for the maintenance staff. Effective April 1st, 2024, as determined by the Executive Office of Labor Standards.
Second.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle. We hereby accept and vote to approve the maintenance staff raise effective April 1st, 2024, as determined by the Executive Office of Labor Standards. All in favor?
Aye.
Board vote to accept HUD approval increase in the gross rent of Harvard Court for $1,800 per month to $1,919 per month. The change does not increase tenants' rent payments. The annual increase subsidy payment is to the Housing Authority in approximately $114,240.
So obviously, we had just jumped up to 1,800. We are eligible for, it's like a cost of living type thing. So I kind of thought, geez, we just got a huge increase,
I know.
right?
I remember the last increase, right?
But we had to do it. So I did the math, and I'm like, it's $114,000. I can't say no to $114,000. So anyway, so that will be effective. It's effective July 13th, but I believe that it will change with HUD on August 1st in the subsidy request. So I did meet with an engineer to discuss cameras on the property, changing the buzzing system to get in with a camera system so the tenants can see who's actually buzzing, to let them in, a new fob system. So anyway, so he's going to be working on that, getting a price together for his part of it, and then an estimate of what it would cost to do all that. Because our fob system, we can't even get fobs right now, and it's kind of scary that we're afraid that the computer system's going to shut down on that, and we won't have access to it. So
That's scary.
yeah. So that money will help.
You want a motion for number 7?
I make a motion that we accept the HUD-approved increase in gross rent at Harvard Court from $1,800 a month to $1,919. This change does not increase tenant rent payments. The annual increase in subsidy payments to the Housing Authority is approximately $114,240.
I'll second it.
Motion by Michelle, second by Terry. We hereby accept.
By Terry or Patty?
Patty, sorry. The other Terry. That we accept the rent increase from $18 per month to $1,919 per month. The change will not increase the tenant's rent. The annual increase subsidy to the Housing Authority is approximately $114,240. All in favor?
Aye.
In the interest of time and efficiency, the board was polled by phone on April 16th, 2024, to vote the approval of the certificate of completion of the Fullerton Ave porch remodel project number 338087, following the approval of RCAP manager Kate and designed by, please say that person's name.
Eugenio Ventosa.
Thank you very much. And the vote was as followed. Patty McKay, yay. Michelle Frazier, yay. Teresa Linsky, yay. Catherine Kelleher, yay. The vote was unanimous. Do you guys agree that we all voted by phone that way?
We did. Aye.
Motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept that phone vote on April 16th is accurate as on the agenda.
Second.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle, that we accepted on a phone poll vote, April 16th, 2024, to accept the Fullerton Ave porch project. The vote was unanimous. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
How about if you lean your phone up on
I'll try to lean my phone upwards a little, Terry. That might help, yeah? Here, we'll try that. Okay.
Can you, Michelle, say something?
Hi, Terry.
Aye.
All right, that does help.
Okay.
We propped you up, Terry. You're not feeling good. You needed an extra pillow.
You poor thing.
Board vote to accept the certificate of final completion for the Fullerton Ave porch remodel project number 338087 following approval from RCAT Kate and designer
Eugenio Ventosa.
You're much better with names like
Eugenio
that.
Ventosa.
Do I hear a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept the certificate of final completion on the Fullerton Ave porch removal project number 338087. Following the approval from RCAT manager Kate Ferreira and designer Eugenio Ventosa.
Very impressive, ladies.
Second.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle. We hereby accept the final completion of the work order for the Fullerton Ave porch project. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Board review and vote to accept fiscal year 2024 income limits provided by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, effective April 1st, 2024.
What page was that on?
68.
Thank you. I'm sure it's gone up. Income limits.
So although it says, for one person, for one bedroom, for one person, 68,500, it can't go more than half of the median family income, which would be $54,950. So that would actually be the income limit for a unit at Harvard Court, and actually for the state. And then on the next page is the fair market rent. So one bedroom fair market rent is $1,488, according to HUD. We are in the Brockton region, so that may keep us down a little bit because Brockton's more affordable than Whitman. And there's a lot more apartments in Brockton than there is in Whitman.
That's true.
There is a 3-bedroom apartment for rent in Whitman right now, and they're asking $3,400.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yep. It's basically $1,000 per bedroom.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one bedroom, I think the average is $1,800.
Yep.
To see $3,400 for rent.
It's huge. It's huge.
Do I hear a motion to accept the increase of the financial limits from HUD, effective April 1st, 2024?
Okay, on number 10, I'll make a motion to accept the FY24 income limits provided by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, effective April 1, 2024. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle. We accept the fiscal year 2024 income limits provided by the Department of Housing and Urban Development effective April 1st, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
The next one's all you, lady on the phone. Board review and vote to accept fiscal year 2024 fair market rents provided by HUD effective April 1st, 2024.
You want me to make a motion?
Go for it.
I make a motion that we accept, the fiscal 2024 fair market rents, according to HUD, effective April 1st, 2024.
I'll second that.
Motion by Terry, second by Patty, to accept the fiscal year 2024 fair market rent provided by HUD effective April 1st, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
And we're not picking on you, Terry. I appreciate you having COVID and being here by phone.
I think there might be a delay with the phone or something. I think we're getting like a time delay.
But have you noticed Bob's beep is gone?
Yeah,
And that's not as loud.
right.
What am I hearing though?
And I think it's the air circulating.
You're hearing this one, but that one's not as loud.
Yeah. It's almost
You never heard this one, but you're hearing that one. But I miss the, like, bing.
yeah, maybe that was his oxygen machine or something. I don't know.
No, I think when he his call waiting.
Was that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
It had to be, because it couldn't have been a smoke alarm, because he would have called that in.
No, but I think
Okay.
his kids call him a lot.
Okay.
Sorry, we're getting distracted.
Sorry.
Chairwoman Kelleher has collected all of the reports for Executive Director Eileen Gibson.
Is Terry's here or no?
No, I do not have Terry's.
Okay, all right, so Terry can bring it to the next meeting then.
Would you guys like to discuss anything about it? From what I saw on them, she got all A+. She always goes above and beyond the call of duty. She always puts in way too many hours.
Yeah, I actually made a notation about that on mine. That she goes above and beyond with the board, the office staff, the tenants, and the maintenance team.
Is there anything you would like to see me improve on, or anything that you want me to look into, or?
Yeah, shut your cell phone off when you're at home.
I couldn't think of anything. No, I couldn't.
No?
I was going to write that, but I was going to be nice.
And an exemplary job on this room.
This room, the hall, and the bathrooms
Beautiful.
are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And the
beautiful.
curtains are stunning.
Absolutely beautiful. Terry, wait till you see the room here at Harvard Court. It's all freshly painted and new balances and new flooring.
Michelle's going to have a quilt in this material the next time I go over, you watch.
Oh, do you quilt? Oh, I was going to say my mom was a quilter.
I got them online, but
She
I
collects
Did you get them from
quilts.
Wayfair?
got them from Curtain Factory Outlet, because there's one
Nice,
left down in south of here. So their quality's always good, and
Yes.
I knew that the backside would show in the hall, which is
Right.
all white. So,
Is the backside white or the same color?
white?
Nice.
Yeah,
I used to shop at the one in Weymouth and Raynham. I miss it.
yeah, I do too.
I do
Really
three.
Last time I bought a valance like that, I wound up buying it on Wayfair, and I was not disappointed.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good then.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the only review. You always go above and beyond, but you should shut your personal cell phone off when you are home. And not take tenant complaint phone calls when you are home.
No, I usually don't. I don't get too many. I don't get.
Yes, you do. I've been there. No, you have to talk to us when we call you at home, but did you guys want to discuss anything, or can we move on from that?
No, I made a nice notation on my. I don't know where that form goes to, but I made a nice notation on mine.
That's just going.
It just
It goes
in my
into her
file.
folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody, an auditor.
Where did I put it?
Okay.
I got them.
No, you gave them to me, Kathy.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Put a nice little soliloquy on there.
I didn't put that in writing, though.
Wait, who?
We're gonna keep you, you can't quit, and when you do quit, we all quit with you.
Okay.
Is there, you need a motion on 12? Or should we table it till we have Terry's? You think?
I guess there was no, I mean, your vote was your, filling out the evaluation, I think.
Okay.
Like I said,
Okay.
you do an incredible job, you work too many hours, if you quit, we're all gone. So, do I hear a motion to accept with my last statement?
I'll make a motion that we have collected with the absence of Terry's, which is coming, and we've discussed the executive director's performance evaluation of Ms. Gibson, and it's outstanding.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you.
Yes. All in favor that Eileen is wonderful?
Aye. Aye, Captain.
Board vote to accept the following public notices. 2024-05 Mass Housing Partnership, oh God, no more initials. MHP expended the vacant land development and public housing. Is that the land down near the train?
No, so this is saying that Mass Housing Partnership will assist local housing authorities that are interested in using surplus land for development or redevelopment of state-aided public housing. So we were not one of the properties that had vacant land. I think West Bridgewater has a huge amount of land, so they would like to see you possibly to add housing or to rent that land to someone else and make money off of it. But yeah, they're not really funding new housing because on average they say it costs $500,000 for one unit of public housing.
Wow.
Which is absolutely insane, but with with having to get architects, engineers, and all the studies that they have to do, and then paying prevailing wages, it's ridiculously high to.
Well, with the cost of prevailing wages and all that stuff, I can see it being up there, but $500,000 per apartment?
Per apartment.
The land that was all surveyed next to Stetson Terrace, none of that is owned by us.
No, Richard Rosen's building in there.
That's what I heard too,
Yep.
but I was hoping.
I believe there's going to be a road going behind Building 15 into that woods.
Oh,
Yep. You didn't hear that, Michelle?
I did hear something similar, but I heard it was going off of Stetson Street Extension. But there's all houses there. They would have had to tear down the house
Yeah,
to
so-
access that way.
So, you know what, I'm not positive. So maybe there is a way for them to get to the woods that way, but there's all surveyors there and everything.
Oh, yeah, east of Warren.
Yep. So he seems to be building there. That's within a half a mile of the train station.
Breaks my heart.
Yep. So I think that's why the coyotes have been seen too, because I don't know what they're doing in there, but they're going to build some. I think they might. I don't know if they're building townhouses. I don't know what they're building there.
Basically knocking down woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, those poor animals.
Yep.
well, one of the tenants was told it's gonna be like the nice building that's next to 7-Eleven. He's gonna build 3 of those. That's what I heard.
Oh, those are hideous. Well, that's just my personal opinion. That's all right. That's all right. I'll stand behind it. It's okay. I'll stand.
Now, do we
behind my
need to vote on that, seeing that Whitman has no vacant land?
You just accept the public housing notice. The next one, though, agreed upon procedures.
Pre-qualification
yeah.
certificate for public accounting firm?
Yep. So the EOHLC went out to bid for accountants to do the AUP audit, and so they got some new names. So it is time for Whitman to change the auditor that we've had, because we've had him for 5 years. You can only keep him for 5 years. So we'll be jumping in with one of the new ones this year.
Do we have a choice, or are we just appointed auditor?
No, we have a choice. There's not no one that close to us except for Tom Flaherty, who we've used for 5 years. He's in Braintree. The other ones are in Manson, Massachusetts. I don't even know where that is.
That's Western Mass, yeah.
We could have Josh drop out the paperwork.
Yeah, Boston, Providence, Rhode Island, Bristol, Connecticut, Needham. Well, actually, we can't have Needham because that's Fenton, New York. In Boston, no one's really close.
So after 5 years, you have to change, and then do you lock into a 5-year?
No, you
You don't.
can, I could go with someone else and then go back to,
Okay.
Tom.
So these
If
two,
I wanted
so
to.
these two public housing notices just have to be agreed upon.
Yeah, just accepted. We don't have a choice in it.
Do I hear a motion to accept the public housing notices PH 2024-05 and PHN 2024-06?
I'll make a motion that we accept the public housing notices, numbers 05 and 06, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Terry, second by Michelle. We hereby approve and accept the notices for PHN 2024-05 and PHN 2024-06. All in favor?
Aye.
Executive Director's Report.
Okay, so our vacancies were great as of the past 12 months. We were at 99.4 for Stetson, 99.6% for Pine Circle, and scattered sites were 100%. We now have 32,286 applicants on our waiting lists.
Oh my,
The breakdown is there.
wow,
Wow, is that sad.
wow.
People are desperate for affordable housing, and as you heard, you know, $3,400 for a 3-bedroom. Who can afford that? I mean, I couldn't afford that. There's no way. It's sad. There's not enough affordable housing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I guess it's like a reasonably priced housing is not out there for people that go to work every day. It's very difficult for families and the elderly, because of course the taxes are all going up and they're limited with their Social Security. So we're going to see more, a lot more people, I think, applying.
Everything is so expensive,
It is.
No,
Everything's
no
gone
matter
up.
what you do.
The elderly housing applicants, I see 2,496. So this waiting list covers how much area exactly? Is that the whole state? That can't be the whole state.
That's just Whitman Housing.
That's just Whitman, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So it's like a little shocking to me that these numbers are
So we have
just Whitman. It's just-
15,000 people, around 15,000 people living in Whitman. We have about 5,000 households.
Mhm.
So we get 6 times that many people on our waiting list. Yeah, over 6 times.
That is
many
just
people.
so sad.
And we have, what did we have? 198 units of housing.
That's why the
Yeah,
numbers just kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so
All-
really,
all-
we have 32,000, about 32,200, no, 32,100 people on the list that may never see, the top of the list.
well,
So then if we want to jump to the House Ways and Means released its fiscal year 2025 budget, which includes a proposed public housing operating subsidy of $112 million, which is a $5 million increase over fiscal year 2024. On April 24th, the House will debate the budget and consider the following amendments. Amendment 563 to increase public housing subsidy to $117 million, which would be an additional $5 million increase. To increase the budget for service coordinators from $6.5 million to $8 million. And to ensure that LHA budgets won't be reduced if their city or town government is not compliant with the MBTA community statute. So in the beginning, probably when the state started coming down on the communities, cities and towns, Whitman was one of the ones that was dinged for not having, being in compliance with the schedule and where they were supposed to be at the time. So we were told that Whitman Housing Authority wouldn't get subsidized from the state because of the town. And we're a totally separate entity. So there is an amendment that states that it should not affect housing authorities because we're a state agency, not a town agency. So hopefully that,
Makes sense.
but it sounds like Whitman's starting to do something, but they were behind.
But unfortunately, only 10% of it is going to be what they consider to be
Affordable.
and affordable is very subjective. So.
And
So
all of
if-
that by the train is going to be done by one private person?
I have no idea.
None of that came up at town meeting.
I know that, like Peabody Properties was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to build one, then a lot of times they will allot so much to low-income tax credit,
Mm-hmm.
or they may be some Section 8. So it's not something that the Housing Authority will manage. I mean, someone might reach out and say, would you manage our low-income tax credit program for us? But, we don't have the staff to do that right now. I know that Charlene has done that for many years, so she's up on it, but, I mean, we're bogged down with...
But that's why I brought this, to see because so many people in town think the Whitman Housing Authority is going to have something to do with all that building.
No, we don't
And
have to say.
I said no, as far as, you had not said a word, so.
Yeah, no, no one's reached out to me.
It's up to developers, but they're trying to avoid the whole 40B thing or something. So.
But would all that land for 10% of affordable housing?
Yeah.
It would be helpful if they build as many units as the maximum amount that they want, which is 600. So 10% of 600 is 60. No, 600. No, 660. So
Yeah, but that just you're gonna build 600 homes, sell them or rent them, and only 10% of them are gonna be affordable? That just,
The same
I don't
thing's going on
believe-
in Abington.
when I read that statute, none of them have to be affordable, is what I read. I don't know if they've changed it. It was a long time ago when I read it.
That's why
Yeah, so the statute was pretty thick, and that was like from the state of Massachusetts. So I thought when I first read it, I'm like, I'm thinking, I gotta take over 600. I'm like, what? That's it, I'm committing.
you'd have to live here. You already do.
But anyway, so no, they do not have to be, at that time, they did not have to be affordable, but they had to be within half a mile of the train station, and they had to be multifamily housing. Not just elderly, not just one bedroom, but family housing and all the rest. But I'll have to look back at it again, where it didn't really affect us in any way, except, if the town's not in compliance, hopefully it won't affect us. But, yeah, it's not something that was going to be on the Housing Authority.
Is there anything else?
There was a vote on that at town meeting, to be in compliance, and it was a yes.
Yeah, because there's no
And
other
I guess
choice.
the town has a consulting group that's trying to plan the South Ave corridor. And they were talking about 37 acres, and somewhere close to like 900 units. So that would be like 25 units per acre. So that would probably come out to like 3-story buildings. That seems dense.
There is a breakdown in the paperwork from the last town meeting. I haven't read it all yet, though.
Terry and I were at that meeting till midnight.
Until mid.
Yeah.
That's taking every bit of woods away from every animal in town and only helping a few people. How is that?
No easy solutions.
Are there any other questions or comments on Eileen's executive director's report? And Eileen, do you have anything else you wanted to go over?
No, just letting you know that, maintenance is, while we're having the exterior meter and breaker project going on, they're down there scraping and painting and power washing at Pine Circle, which is good on the porches.
Okay.
And the guys at maintenance had generators going, they hooked, so the day that they're working in each of the buildings, the guys have generators down there, hook up the refrigerators because, they were without power for up to 10 hours. So, food in the refrigerator only is good for 4 hours, so.
And insulin.
Yep. So,
Yep.
you know, they were given as much notice as possible. And I think they start on the third building tomorrow. But at least their food won't go bad. They can go to the community room or stay with family for the day, or stay home and read a book or something. But everything's been going smoothly with that. I haven't had any complaints from the tenants, so that's great.
Yeah, I see that note here, that everybody's been very good about it.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then the masonry project on Belmont Street, that started today. I expect, we're just waiting for EOHLC to sign the contract for the creative placemaking so that starts, because everything else is done. We're ready to go. We're just waiting for someone to sign something that was signed by myself and the contractor weeks ago.
3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago, yeah.
Pretty much.
Do I hear a
You
motion?
buy all the furniture for that and you're storing it?
No, the creative placemaking is kind of like the outdoor kind of gym style equipment.
But we did get furniture for the patio, so that,
Okay.
I did do that early, because that was gonna be
Yeah.
something that we
Okay.
could do. So yeah, so we have purchased that, I think it was last year or the year before. So yeah, so that patio looks nice, that has, nice furniture on it.
That's good.
But it's gonna take like, I don't know, 8 weeks maybe to get the gazebo, and I think it might take 12 to 16 weeks to get the exercise equipment, so I need this process to speed up.
Yeah.
But why start now, right?
It's the 10-year plan. Do I hear a motion to accept the
I'll make a motion to accept the executive director's report.
I'll second the motion that we accept the executive director's report.
Motion by Patty, second by Terry, we accept the executive director's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence, do we have any?
No.
New business. Is there anything you ladies would like to discuss in new business?
I think we just have to start thinking again about CPA again.
Yep, I got that in my folder.
Okay, because we'll have CPA funds for the next year. Work on that over the summer, and then I think it's the fall that we'll put it in.
Yep.
I'm sure Eileen will have a list by the time.
Yeah. So the money doesn't go anywhere, it just builds.
We like building.
Yeah, it's good.
Money. Open forum. Does the audience have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Unfortunate to live here from what I heard from the conversation. If I was to rent an apartment similar to this, where I'm at, up here in Whitman, what would the rent be up there without discounts, what I'm asking? I had no idea.
So with utilities included, probably $2,100 at least.
My mouth opened when she started.
Yeah,
It's shocking.
Right.
yeah, so it's 1,800, without utilities. And so
I'm serious when I say that I had no idea when I was outside.
it really went sky high probably over the past 4 years. Yeah, it's very unaffordable for someone who works 40 hours a week, even making more than minimum wage. My son, when he got an apartment, they required first, last, security, and broker's fee, 4 months rent, which was $7,100 to move in. And his rent is $1,775, which is a good price for a 1-bedroom. But he pays electricity, heat, hot water, all that, so.
I had absolutely no idea what
Yeah.
rent is outside here, and I was just trying to.
That's why so many people are going the books.
That's why we have over 30,000 people on our waiting list.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, there's a housing crisis.
It is a
in the state of
crisis.
Massachusetts,
It's a crisis.
and, families, I know when my son was looking, he went to an open house that was $1,500, and there was a line a mile long.
Not to get into it, I'm not going to go into any place, you don't go into that. What I'm seeing down at the food pantry is families.
Yes.
You can tell, the husbands have doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. And then when you were talking about the rent, and I'm sitting here saying to myself, how fortunate I must be, which I've said it before, with lights and food. And it makes you understand better.
Yes, because they can be, husband and wife can both be working, but they can't afford $3,400 for
No.
3 bedrooms and take care of their kids and buy food and pay utilities. They can't do it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I see something that I do outside of here at a clearer thing, because
Yes.
some of them paying rent. And it's didn't to say they're going to work for rent.
Exactly.
Out of here if they don't get.
And you you go in the grocery store, it's,
Yeah.
Everything's up 30 to 50%.
Here, so many
Like,
things.
not to get into it too much, but this is the first year, and I went in and spoke to her and today about how fortunate I felt with bosses up here. And it was just, so much has changed, and always I've come to these meetings, but only to hear about rent. I know about food and how much it is for people. I'm shocked. I can't live on the street, but I'm here.
You and me both.
and I wouldn't be able to afford a 3-bedroom. I mean, that would take up my entire pay. I wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have money to pay any other bill.
No. Health insurance, prescriptions, it's like,
No.
it's crazy.
I'll just close down. One of my grandsons, just very recently in Ridgewater, bought a house. And he was so happy. He's single, and he does have a good job. And he come, and I never asked him. I said, well, he said, I got such a deal on my house sitting. I wasn't expecting like $100,000 for the house because I'm not stupid. I know the house. He said, well, he paid $400,000 for it.
Oh, he did get a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a fixer-up.
I know.
It's a fixer-up.
For
And
$400,000.
then I almost fell over when he said that. I just smiled and said, oh my God, that's great. You can afford it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Good for him.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations for him.
Question, because I had no idea how much rent is outside.
So that's why you're seeing what you do at the food pantry.
Great.
People are desperate.
36, yeah.
If they have to pay rent, they can't afford the food.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
Yeah,
Is that the way to put it?
it is a crisis.
Thank you for your answer.
So if there is affordable housing that's being built, I think that's a great thing.
It is. I wish it was more of it.
Yeah.
Well, look,
Well,
even if
but-
everybody thinks you're getting Social Security, whatever, that you're doing great. By the time you pay the rent, pay like a car payment or whatever, if you happen to have that, pay health insurance, prescription insurance, food, all the.
Cable.
That money, the cable,
Oh.
that money is gone.
Oh yeah, my cable bill's $260.
Mine's $275.
Yeah.
Learn something tonight.
Yeah.
Do I hear question 18?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
Motion by Patty, second by Michelle. This meeting is hereby adjourned.